Welcome. My name is Ethan Smith, and I would like to discuss with you today the legacy of one of the most intricate men in American history, Thomas Jefferson. Jefferson, a man of many talents, is most notably remembered for his authorship of such documents as the Declaration of Independence, the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, and his many other works regarding the founding of this great nation. But many of the many lasting documents of Jefferson and his achievements, his work to establish religious freedom in the nation is of the greatest lasting legacy. In his penning of the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson wrote, quote, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, end quote. Within this statement, Jefferson establishes that every man has a Creator who is justifiably deserving of praise and thanksgiving for giving these, quote, certain unalienable rights, end quote. Hence, Jefferson saw the need for religious freedom in this new nation for creating an atmosphere worthy of praise for this Creator. In efforts to create an environment conducive to religious freedom in his home state of Virginia, Jefferson writes the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, a document, according to the Virginia Historical Society, that is about, quote, both freedom of conscience and the principle of separation of church and state, end quote. Passed by the Virginia Assembly in January of 1786, this document, quote, serves as a forerunner to the First Amendment protections for religious freedom, end quote. In conjunction with a letter written to the Danbury Baptists, the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom establishes the wall between church and state, as described by Daniel Dreisbach in his article, A New Perspective on Jefferson's Views on Church-State Relations. James Madison described the bill's passage as, quote, extinguishing forever the ambitious hopes of making laws for the human mind, end quote. Of the many accomplishments of Jefferson, the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom stands out as one of the greatest legacies, setting the precedents for religious freedom going forward in creating the new nation. Jefferson, as described by John Meacham in his book Thomas Jefferson, The Art of Power, says, quote, was among the greatest men who had ever lived, a Renaissance figure who was formidable without seeming overbearing, sparkling without being showy, and winning without being cloying, end quote. Jefferson, also as described by Meacham, did not rest once his works were written or his ideas entered circulation. Thus, when visiting Jefferson's memorial in Washington, D.C., one can read on his epitaph of the following things he wished to be remembered for was his creation of the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom. This pays tribute to Jefferson's enduring legacy of creating a nation established on religious freedom. Of the many founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson is one of the more intricate beings. His work during the years of the Revolutionary period are pertinent to this nation's existence. Jefferson, a man of more prominent moral and philosophical ideas, still touches Americans' hearts and minds today. I hope you've enjoyed this short presentation highlighting Thomas Jefferson's lasting legacies that still are prevalent today. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a blessed week.